What's going on, everybody? John Stamper here for Dental Cast. We're here at the DICOMA's 6th annual conference. It's been amazing. This morning, Amal was interviewing a bunch of people, and it's been great to work together with Patient Prism and DICOMA, and very excited for our next guest. We have Dr. Scott Leune from Dental Whale. You just got done speaking in front of all those people, and welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'll tell you, this conference, I remember when it was 50 people in a room.
Right.
To have 800 people here, all focused on this part of our profession, our industry, building DSOs, building wealth, providing great clinical care. This is a huge conference, and for people that aren't here, they really should have been here.
Yeah.
They should definitely come next year.
No, absolutely. Like you said, the buzz here has just been, it's been very exciting. I think on all sides, the vendors, I feel like we're getting a lot of interaction with a lot of the groups and things like that, and certainly all the speakers and all that.
Yeah, it's been excellent.
So, there's a lot of things that you do at Dental Whale. You guys are growing like crazy, which is awesome. I know you focus specifically on a lot of the continuing education and things like that. So share with everybody a little bit about that and some of the great work you guys are doing there.
Yeah, maybe I'll first simplify this. Dental Whale is 16 or so different companies, but we all have one thing in common. We provide small DSOs and private practices with a large corporate level infrastructure. So when it comes to call center, billing, insurance, phones, credentialing, IT, marketing, architecture and design even, equipment, supplies, all of that can be provided to a solo location at a level comparable to the largest companies in our industry.
Right.
And so that is what we do. I specifically focus on consulting and education. So we're providing corporate level education and consulting to DSOs and private dentists through lots of different types of seminars, live events, and online training programs and modules. And as well as the consulting side, we are in practices and we're out of practices trying to help them improve their quality of care and the quality of the financial statement.
Right. So we're at this interesting crossroads, Scott, as you know, with continuing education and a lot of the things that you focus on. What are the doctors and the teams of the DSO, what are they hungry for in regards to continuing education? I know the clinical is always there. It's always a big piece of it. But what else are you finding is really resonating with your audiences?
Well, we're in the age of data. So it used to be that we didn't know necessarily how to do something the best way. Like, what should we say on the phone? Or what marketing piece actually is the best for this one neighborhood? Like, we used to not know that.
Right.
In the age of data, we do. In the age of data, not only do we know the best practice, but we can also track and monitor the team members and find via data the best team members. Right? So that is a big shift that's happening right now in dentistry, is using data to have the highest performance possible. And it's hard to have the data if you don't have scale, if you don't have enough data, enough locations. And so what we're seeing is dentistry bifurcate again, where now we have DSOs, but we have this alternative path that's happening of private dentists and DSOs not just going down a traditional model of selling my practices, but going down a different model saying, all right, I still want the same performance and power of corporate level, but I don't want to sell what I have right now. I don't want to be in their rules, in their box. That's a big shift that's happening right now. So the people that come to us, the dentists and the team members, they're searching for know-how, for data. And through seminars and through online training, it's very powerful to give them this new data that they've not had access to. Right.
Yeah, and it's interesting, right, because we talk to a lot of technology companies, and as they're growing, the feedback they're able to get from the practices and be nimble and be able to add and tweak that, which then, as you know, is a big feedback loop of the education and all of that stuff. It's a really exciting time, I think.
Yeah, it's hard to be the best at what you do when you don't have the information on how to do it first.
Sure.
So it starts with education. Right, it starts with learning exactly what the payment option form should look like that patients look at.
Right.
That they'll get more people to say yes, right? You have to know what it should look like. Then it's about implementing it and maintaining it, right? And I think in this age, we have a lot of smart dental entrepreneurs that are renting other people's infrastructure for things like billing and insurance and calls so that they could stay focused on the day-to-day operations at the clinical level, and they could stay focused on retaining good dentists and building more locations.
Yeah.
The wealth in dentistry in this particular game, which we're here in the DSO conference, right? The wealth made in dentistry is about having more locations, more financial success with great clinical care. The wealth isn't built by owning your own call center.
Right.
That doesn't actually add any wealth, right? So the smart dental entrepreneurs today are learning what infrastructure to rent so that they're only focused on what actually drives value, clinical care, and healthier financial statements across more locations.
Yeah, I love it. Can you let everybody know how they can find out more about Dental Whale and learn more about all the great things you guys are doing?
Yeah, sure. Dentalwhale.com is one way. Also, for our clinical events, we've got two big educational companies, BreakawaySeminar.com and FrontOfficeRocks.com. Those are two different educational wings where we teach dentists how to run practices, how to start them, how to have multiple locations, and how to train their team and their office managers.
That's awesome. Well, Scott, thanks so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Great. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the conference. You got it.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.